Well, good morning. Morning, anyway. Wherever you're at, good day to you. This is Riley again. And it's been a little while, uh, but I'm here to talk about some things that recently have been coming up in some of the conversations I've had with friends and family members, and, a lot of things going on. First of all, it's December 2021. And congratulations, you've made it through this year. And by no means has it been easy for me, and maybe for you as well. Uh, we did it, right? What's 2022 going to be like? Better, of course, better. So that's good. Um, but these last 3 to 6 months for me and people that I know have been really trying. And I'm here to tell you that if that's been the case, you are not alone. There's been a lot of shadow work, or maybe internal work, or, how you're feeling with how things are or how things should be, and trying to find that balance of comfort and what that's like is different for all of us, of course. We I was having a conversation with a good friend just recently, and he and I had some similar kind of background information, not background information, but background history, and it was really good to talk about, those kinds of things, and those spaces of what that's like, and to talk about feelings without fear of somebody making fun of you. At least for me, it's been quite challenging to talk about feelings and in a larger sense with um, men specifically. It seems like it's kind of hard to do, but I've been blessed with men in my life who have been supportive along the way, and it's different people at different times and in different ways, and it's always so nice to be able to feel that acceptance. Of course, I have to be comfortable with it myself, and believe in that space is for me, and that it is okay, and that I do feel safe, and all of those things. Um, some of what's been happening has been. I just realized I'm taking the video up and down. Usually I do it the other way, but some of what's been happening is, you know, and it's really hard to talk about, in this kind of public way, but, parental relationships and how that has been something that's changed and kind of solidified for me, and how I feel I was parented, and how I feel like I didn't get what I wanted, or it doesn't feel that way. And in other videos, I've talked about kind of the traumatic childhood, and what that was like for me, and how that impacted, it's still impacting my life and how things are. And, you know, it's it's an ongoing thing, and it seems like through things that I've read, and it isn't just me. It doesn't just happen to me, and there are kind of some general actions that take place that does have that kind of impact on life. And to know that it isn't just me, and it isn't just happening to me, did help me accept that these are kind of a consequence of what's happened. Um, and I have children, and I think that I would do anything for them, and would really want them to succeed and have the best possible life. And I'm trying to help them, prepare them for the world that will come after me and living with their mom, or not after, of course. I don't, I want to be there, but I mean, you know, not that direct supervision. And 14 and 11, we're starting to increase responsibilities and things like that. Um, and I find a lot of times that there's a big difference between how it was for me and how I'm making it for them. And you might think that as well. And you can say, well, it's not fair. It's not fair that I had to do that, or that it was that way for me. And it was messed up, right? But do you want to say that? Do you believe in your heart that you deserved better, or that you wanted something else, or that is, and it wasn't exactly how you wanted it? Only you get to decide what it is that you wanted and what you needed, right? And can we convey that to those that are in our lives of, hey, this is what I need, this is what I want, and this is the extent of where I'm going to go, right? And can you believe that your parents loved you as much as they possibly could? And I mean, really believing that whatever it was, as crappy as it was, as whatever it was that their best? And if you could say, yeah, that was their best. For me, that helped me process the trauma a little bit more, and knowing that they did the best they could. They really did. And I really believe that, because it's my parent, right? And I want to believe that they did the best for me that they felt they did. And if there's a history of trauma, sometimes that trauma comes from before them and before them and before them. And sometimes you hear like, those 7 generations, you're healing the 7 generations before you, and you're helping the 7 generations after you. And if you can, cool, great. If you can't, then you can't, right? You got to be honest with what you can do in your own head, right? And if I can say, yeah, well, that's the best they did, then that's the best they did. And I didn't deserve some of the stuff that happened to me. I didn't deserve those kind of tragic, traumatic experiences. And one of the things is like, what would I do at the most traumatic point of my life now, today? Would I turn away, or would I help my younger self, right? And I'm sure, or I hope, you would say, yeah, hell yeah, I would help myself. Hell yeah, I know I'm a good person. I know I'm doing good things. And, I just feel kind of stuck. And don't get me wrong, I still feel stuck often about certain things. And it's really kind of this routine of what's going on, and can I get through it or around it? And new routines, of course, are more challenging, but it's a new routine, right? And you're trying, right? You're aware of it. So giving yourself credit, right? Giving yourself that love. You can only love others as much as you love yourself, right? And I think you can only feel love as much as you love yourself. So, it's kind of maybe the cart before the horse, possibly, but also, it's some acceptance of self, right? Ooh, gotta go through that. And for me, it's been, reading some self-help books, admitting that I don't have all the answers and that it hasn't been good, and knowing that healthy people have suggestions, and that if my initial thing is like, heck no, I ain't doing that, no way. Maybe sit with it a little bit, right? Just sit with it a little bit and go, all right, does this person care about me? Is this person a good, solid, healthy person? And are they speaking to me with love, with kindness and respect, and And do I believe that, you know? And then just taking that space, in a space. Look, my new our new tapestry thing is awesome. Got it in Newport. It's blue with all this stuff, peace sign right in the middle. Of course, you have that thing as well. That's, you guys have seen that. But, you know, little subtle changes about, like, you know, you have that Marie Kondo thing of like, does it bring you happiness? Does it bring you joy? Really? Can you give yourself the time to just assess that and say, does it? No, it doesn't. And then from that decision, move, you know, lean into that, you know, of, yeah, no, it doesn't. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to remove that. Or, yeah, you know what, this thing right here, I'll show you. This right here is a piece of coal, for real, that I grew up in Northwest Indiana, and behind my elementary school there was an old steam locomotive that was like the cool thing to go to. And growing up, it was like you couldn't go to it because it was around a fence was around it. And I moved away from the area, and one of my childhood friends' father knew I liked that, right? And it was big news in the area that they were going to move the steam engine and have it be repaired. And he sent me this piece of coal, and I don't know much about it, but it's so cool, right? And it's a piece of coal, but I put it up here and I look at it every day and I say, dang, that's pretty cool. Somebody thought about me, and that's all right. That's pretty good. And you know, I don't know. It's finding those little pieces of joy when you can, and holding on to that and letting go, just the same, letting go of those things that were just not suiting us anymore. So I do appreciate it. This is 2020, end of 2021. I haven't been making as much videos, and I haven't been doing as much poetry because I have been struggling to find my voice and to feel comfortable in it. And I'm very sensitive to that kind of energy. And at times I'm like right there. And there's multiple videos in my phone right now that are like 2 and 3 minutes long that I didn't continue because something happened, or like one little will happen and I'm like, oh, no, can't do that. But I'm gonna post it, and I really hope watching this that you can look at those pieces of joy, look at the pieces that aren't giving you joy, and make those changes, because it's a beautiful world, and I'm so happy to be in a part of it, and I'm very hopeful for the future. And, you know, comment below, you know, if you want, and share or not, you know, it's all good, and we'll get through it. And, you know, like they say, though there may be gray clouds above, there's blue sky above that, right? And there's beauty all around. So thank you. Have a happy holiday, happy new year, and wish the very best to you and your family and friends. Thanks.